Imagine walking into your own room and feeling like you've stepped into the set of a Gothic film. Velvet shadows dancing on the walls, the smell of old books lingering in the air, and candlelight flickering like a heartbeat against dark wooden furniture. And as you follow along, you'll see why this aesthetic isn't just beautiful nostalgia, but a style that continues to resonate in 2025. That is the essence of dark academia. And the best part? You don't need to live in an ancient library or a centuries-old university to create this atmosphere. With just a few intentional touches, you can transform your space into a cinematic dark academia haven, one that feels like it belongs in a movie. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. Now, let's get started. The philosophy behind dark academia ambience. Before diving into the details, it's important to understand that dark academia isn't only about objects or decor. It's a feeling, a way of life, a romanticization of knowledge, art, and timeless beauty. The ambience reflects a fascination with classical literature, Gothic architecture, melancholic aesthetics, and the pursuit of wisdom. That means every item in your room isn't just decoration, it's part of a story. When you curate this atmosphere, you're creating more than a backdrop. You're setting a stage for your own narrative. Lighting. The heart of the atmosphere. Nothing sets the tone faster than lighting. Think of the way films like Dead Poets Society or Kill Your Darlings frame their most intimate moments. Warm, golden, low light that feels soft and timeless. At home, this can be achieved by replacing harsh white bulbs with warm, amber-toned lighting. A desk lamp with a fabric shade can cast that soft glow you need for late-night reading. Candles, especially taper candles in brass holders or thick pillar candles, add flickering shadows that instantly make your space feel alive. Fairy lights with a dim golden hue can also provide that magical movie-like layer, but remember, subtlety is key. Dark academia ambience thrives on mystery, not overexposure. Color palette, creating depth and warmth. In film, color grading determines mood. At home, your walls, furniture, and textiles do the same. The dark academia palette leans toward deep muted tones. Think forest green, burgundy, sepia brown, charcoal gray, and creamy off-whites. If painting the walls isn't an option, you can still introduce these hues through fabrics. A dark plaid throw blanket, velvet cushions, or even a Persian-style rug can anchor your space in these tones. Layering is essential. A patterned blanket draped over an armchair, paired with an aged leather satchel hanging nearby, creates that lived-in feeling that makes your room feel cinematic. Furniture and textures, the backbone of the scene. In many dark academia-inspired films, the furniture tells a story before the characters even speak. Wooden desks with visible grain, high-backed chairs, shelves heavy with books. All these pieces whisper of history and tradition. If you don't own vintage furniture, thrifted finds or even distressed wood finishes can replicate the look. Texture is equally important. Leather, wool, velvet, and linen create layers of comfort and complexity. Place a leather-bound notebook on your desk, pair it with a linen curtain that lets in soft daylight, and suddenly, your study corner looks like something pulled from a novel. Books, the soul of dark academia. No dark academia ambience is complete without books. They are more than props. They are the heartbeat of the aesthetic. Stack old hardcovers on your desk, fill a shelf with classics from Dostoevsky to Virginia Woolf, and let them spill naturally into the room. Used bookstores, library sales, and even family collections are treasure troves for finding volumes with character. You don't need rare first editions. Aged spines, faded covers, and handwritten notes inside are what make them magical. Arrange them in uneven stacks or let them lean slightly, as if they've been pored over countless times. A small detail like an open book with reading glasses resting on top can make your room look like a film set. Wall decor, subtle storytelling. What you put on your walls can transform them from blank spaces to portals into another world. Framed sketches, classical art prints, and vintage maps are all staples of dark academia interiors. Portraits in ornate gold or wooden frames add a touch of drama, while pressed flowers or botanical illustrations hint at an academic obsession with nature. Even something as simple as hanging a coat or scarf on a wall hook contributes to the sense of being inside a timeless narrative. For a cinematic touch, pin up handwritten notes, torn pages of poetry, or faded postcards. These small personal items make your space feel layered with history. Sound and scent, immersive details. In film, ambience doesn't only come from visuals. It's also built through sound and scent. At home, these are tools you can use to complete the atmosphere. Play classical music, instrumental jazz, or rain sounds softly in the background to create that immersive library feel. For scent, choose candles, incense, or diffusers with earthy notes like sandalwood, amber, or cedarwood. Even brewing a fresh pot of tea or coffee adds to the sensory dimension. The combination of sound and scent transports you fully into the world of dark academia, making your room feel more like a movie scene than just a decorated space. Textiles and layers. Comfort meets aesthetic. The comfort of dark academia lies in its layering. Drape a plaid scarf over the back of a chair, fold a woolen blanket at the foot of your bed, or use heavy curtains to frame a window. Rugs add grounding warmth and soften the room's acoustics. A worn tweed blazer hung casually over a chair or a pair of leather boots placed by the desk creates that lived-in, scholarly energy that's so central to the style. These aren't just aesthetic, they make your space physically cozy and inviting. Study nooks, a cinematic focal point. If your entire room can't embrace the aesthetic, focus on creating a corner that embodies it fully. A desk by the window with a reading lamp, a stack of books, and a steaming mug of coffee can become the cinematic centerpiece of your dark academia ambience. Place an armchair nearby with a throw blanket and side table, and you have your own home library. This focal point anchors the room visually and becomes the stage where your daily rituals unfold, from studying to journaling to quiet reflection. Small props, big impact. Sometimes it's the smallest items that create the strongest sense of story. A fountain pen on an open notebook, a vintage clock ticking softly, a vase with dried flowers, or an old camera on a shelf. All of these details make your room feel like a carefully designed film set. Candlesticks with melted wax, half-empty teacups, or even scattered handwritten notes suggest activity, movement, and life. Dark academia ambience is never sterile. It thrives on these imperfect, lived-in touches. Personalizing your ambience. While inspiration often comes from literature and cinema, the magic of dark academia lies in making it personal. Incorporate items that reflect your own passions, musical instruments, art supplies, or journals filled with your handwriting. This not only deepens the cinematic quality of your space, but also ensures it feels authentic to you. The goal isn't to copy a movie set, but to live inside your own film, one where your story is the central narrative. Maintaining the atmosphere. Once you've created the ambience, maintaining it is just as important. Keep your desk organized but never too neat. Let it reflect activity. Rotate the books and art you display to keep the space fresh. Light candles in the evenings, brew tea when you sit to read, and open the window during rainstorms to let in the natural soundscape. Small daily rituals preserve the cinematic quality of the room and keep you connected to the atmosphere you've built. Why this matters? Creating a dark academia ambience isn't about chasing a trend. It's about crafting a space that nurtures reflection, study, and creativity. In a world that often feels fast and overwhelming, stepping into a room that feels like a movie scene gives you permission to slow down, think deeply, and romanticize the everyday. That is the true beauty of this aesthetic. It turns the ordinary into something extraordinary. If you're ready to transform your home into a space that feels like it belongs in a dark academia film, start small and let your story unfold with every candle, book, and shadow you add. And if you enjoy this guide to building a cinematic ambience, don't forget to subscribe to the Dark Academia Journal for more inspiration on how to live, study, and create in this timeless aesthetic. Your perfect movie-like space is only a few steps away.